Hello, welcome to the INFJ Visionary. This is your host, the INFJ Visionary. And today's topic for our broadcast is depression, although I'm sure we'll touch on some other topics as well. I don't mean to be cavalier or callous about depression, but in fact, I have experienced it myself, and I'll give you the story. I want to say, though, that depression is mostly a result, I think, of thinking about a bunch of dumb stuff and not stopping. But that's my opinion. We can just, I guess, sum up the whole broadcast there. But there are good reasons to be depressed. You have to fight it. You can't give in to it. There's lots of good reasons. Mostly people don't get you. Nobody's like you. Nobody understands you. Nobody wants to understand you. You don't have any friends. You're lonely. Um, those are probably enough good reasons, I'd say. Those are good reasons. But you really can't give in to depression. Depression is a state of mind. And I think in many cases it's a product of that NITI loop as well. You've got intuitions about things, you're logically processing them, but nothing's really changing, and so you just keep looping. And in the case of depression, it's obviously a real negative loop. I don't think you should, you're already here and suffering, but I don't think you should indulge in depression. I think that's too much suffering. So let's get into some solutions. Okay, you're depressed. What's the first thing you can do? Get up off your chair and leave the house, okay? The cure for the loop is always to bring in one of the two extroverted functions. In this case, it would be extroverted sensing. Get up, go outside, do something, go bowling, go see a movie. And you might go, oh, we're just saying distract yourself. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to get out of your element, get out of your pot that you're cooking in, and get some fresh stuff going on. Now, if you do have a friend, you can call them, but they don't want to hear about all your depressed crap. Even your best friend really doesn't want to hear about all your depressed crap. They don't. You already knew that, though, so I'm not cluing you into anything there. But another way is with the extroverted feeling, and I guess that would be calling a friend or a family member. I would say if you call a friend, maybe call someone that likes to play the same games you do, or likes the same music, and you guys can. Well, in the old days when I was a kid, we'd go over to a friend's house with some records. We had our records, they had their records. We just sit there and listen to records. But you don't have the advantage of doing that. In fact, you got distractions for days. Too many distractions, and that can be depressing. Also, here's another thing that's going to be depressing. You're not doing anything. You're just wasting time. You're just playing games or watching YouTube or scrolling on the social media or doing a bunch of nothing. Look, if you don't have an avocation of some type, I'll be honest with you. I'm an artist. That's mine. I do music as well. That's more of a hobby, but that's also at a professional level. Pick something. Pick something you think you would like and then start doing it. Just do it. Practice and get better at it. And after a while, you'll start developing an affinity for it. And it could be the thing that really gives your life purpose and meaning. And that leads us into another potential topic there. You're an INFJ. You're searching for meaning. I think all human beings need meaning, especially the INFJ. Now, if you could be under the misapprehension because no one told you, maybe you didn't have any adults in your life to tell you this, but nothing really intrinsically means anything. There are maybe a couple exceptions. A mother's love for her child, that has intrinsic meaning, as does the child's love for the mother or the father. That kind of thing, yes, intrinsic meaning. Relationships with your friends and family, that has some intrinsic meaning. But if you're depressed, you're probably not getting a lot of positive feedback from the family or the friends, right? So It's gonna be incumbent on you to start generating meaning in your own life, and that means pick something. Art is good. As an INFJ, you have an ability to do art. Now, I wouldn't say INFJs are natural artists, but we're naturally inclined towards art because we are constantly surfing the I don't like actually I don't like the word unconscious or subconscious, but we all know what those terms mean. It's ideas that memories, recollections, or whatever that are in your mind that aren't in your conscious mind. Okay. Um, for the INFJ, I don't think there's a very firm demarcation there between what's conscious and unconscious. And honestly, one thing I picked up in a book one day is that we can't afford to have an unconscious or a subconscious. If you think about it, um, yes, there's things that you're thinking about, things that are in the range of your attention span, and everything else is in the background, and that's how it should be. Anyway, wherever the NI comes from, it comes from I say the cloud, but and this isn't a technical channel. Wherever it comes from, it's constantly percolating, bubbling up. Ideas are coming up, connections are coming up, and art is perfect for that, or music. Now, if you're going to do music, maybe the guitar may not be the thing to do. I have to say, I've tried three or four times myself to play guitar. Playing guitar is hard, but keyboards, get a flute or something, or just start making music in your DAW. I've made lots of music over the years, and I love making music. I'm currently on a break from music because I'm working on another book. But you can bet as soon as I'm done with that book, I'm going back to making music. And that's in the face of the AI. The AI is making an amazing music now. Everyone's going to be just having their own music made for them, custom by the AI. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it's going to happen, so it doesn't really matter. But it doesn't matter to you if you want to make music, because only you can make the music that you can make, and it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. You need to do something that allows the universe to communicate through you, and that's the other thing. If you're sitting around, you're doing a bunch of nothing, you're just wasting time and being a hedonist, and that's going to be the topic of another video, because I think we have a real problem with that, INFJ. It's that extroverted sensing. Yeah, the only things you sense really is the things you really enjoy, like that bottle of beer or that extra piece of cake, what have you. You know. Yeah, we'll get into that. I'm gonna make a hedonism. Yeah, I know all about that stuff. I know all about depression too. Let's talk about it. So back when I was, let's say, high school, maybe second year, or no, earlier, it was junior high maybe. Summer vacation. Now, it used to be great in the old days, 70s. We got the whole summer off, which is great. But for some reason, this one summer, I just hit the skids. I was so depressed, and didn't really go out, didn't leave the house, and was just getting deeper and deeper into it. And I was like, wow, this really sucks. I guess life sucks. Duh, 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 and so on. And life, yeah, I'm not going to tell you life doesn't suck. But in the face of life sucking, you have choices. You can find things to give your life meaning. You can help people, but that's a bit of a double-edged sword. I recommend maybe something else other than that. That could be good. I think that might be the solution for someone like an ENFJ. For an INFJ, so often if we get too involved with some kind of extroverted helping people thing, uh, it can really come back on us. What's better is just to open yourself up to the universe, to say you're open to helping somebody, and someone comes around and you help them on an individual basis. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for you today. I'll be back real soon. I'm on schedule today. I'm always shooting for every other day, and today will be on track. So until I do come back with another video for your edification and enjoyment, take good care of yourself, INFJ. God bless you.